Hi, this is Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I'm blessed to be joined today by the singer-songwriter and fashion designer, EMILY DACCARETT. Hi, Emily. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm great. How are you?
You too. It's great to see you. Thanks, Emily. And listen, Emily, I was hoping that I could tune in to your YouTube channel and share some of your music with our audience. So is that cool with you?
Yes, I love that.
That's great then. All right, let's tune into pieces. All right, everyone, let's look at the following content, music from EMILY DACCARETT with Pieces. Emily, that's great and great to share with our audience. Thanks so much. Now, listen, I'm interested in learning about you. Can you tell me where you're from and how did you become a singer, songwriter?
Um, yeah, a lot of things and juggling them. So I'm based out of LA, not originally, but grew up in California. My family's actually from Honduras, and I'm a mix of Arabic, Honduran, and French. So lots of different cultures around here.
For sure.
And it all kind of influenced what I wanted to do. And I think it was just that interest of learning different cultures
Uh-huh.
that I just naturally gravitated to art. And and so I was always doing dance, singing, and was really into fashion. So when it was time to choose what I wanted to do, I decided to study fashion design. And I moved to Paris, studied there,
Wow.
moved to LA and to start my brand. And it was with my first collection that music was brought back into my life. And I had this amazing opportunity to work with a composer based in LA. And we worked on an original song based off of Je t'aime moi non plus, which was a song by Serge Gainsbourg and Jane Birkin from the 1960s. And that just started my love for songwriting, and I've been writing ever since.
Oh, that is cool, Emily. I love it. And listen, those are interesting blends, the Honduras and French. And, do you speak any of those languages as well? Do you speak Spanish or French?
Yes, I speak both.
That's great. Well, that's great because you can have the command of these languages expands you to a greater audience, and I love and also admire people who have that talent to be able to have multiple languages in their vernacular. I always am curious about whether or not you think in a particular language or dream in a particular language as opposed to the other, but
Yeah. Honestly, I think it like, so when I'm in France, I tend to dream in French, which is really funny because it just feels natural. And then when I'm in Honduras, there are, yeah, sometimes I do like dream in Spanish. And I guess it's just like where, like, whatever's around you sonically, and then your brain kind of gravitates towards that.
Right.
And then there are times where I just get tongue tied and will slip in a French word in Spanish or vice versa. So
It becomes Spanglish, or it becomes, you know,
like Franglish.
Spanish or whatever. But at any rate, I love it. And I think that's really cool dynamic of who you are and your personality, and also some of those cultural influences that, you know, are part of your persona and then translate into your art and your music, and also your fashion sense and some of these sensitivities and sensibilities that help design your creations. So that's really exciting, you know. And so because of that, I'm interested as well, you know, were there any artists or designers that, you know, you looked up to, or you feel inspired by, that helped influence you?
Yes. So one of my major musical influences is David Bowie. Um, I like, I mean, I was first introduced to David Bowie through The Labyrinth. I caught it on Disney Channel and became obsessed with the Goblin King. So as I got older and exposed to his music, I just loved the diversity, and also just this he adapted to these different characters and personas, and as a designer, that's what I love to do, world building and creating like this 360 type of way to experience art through visuals, through fashion, textiles, and through sound. And so, and I feel like that's what I really got from David Bowie, that he created this world that you entered whenever, like, each different album.
Right.
And of course, amazing fashion icon that he is. So, and as a designer, I've always taken inspiration from menswear into fashion wear, into women's wear, which is why my favorite designer is also Yves Saint Laurent, who iconically came up with Le Smoking. And I, you know, those two definitely like parallel each other. And other musical influences are Kate Bush, Stevie Nicks, and also, of course, Serge Gainsbourg and Jane Birkin, which kind of, you know, got me into this path of writing music, because I did need to write a song that was similar to theirs. And he's just this amazing was an amazing French composer that what I love is his play with words. So, you know, you would think one thing meant something very innocent, and then once you actually read the lyrics, you realize, oh, it's not that at all. And I love those hidden treasures. So yeah, those are definitely some of my major influences.
Well, I love learning about them, and I love Ziggy Stardust, and actually everything that Bowie kind of was able to do in terms of, you know, making a living, you know, himself, a living art form. In addition to his music, his physical persona, his fashion, his makeup and design, his hair. I mean, just the whole kind of rock star vibe that he so kind of like pioneered in this really mad expression that kind of included feminine qualities, but still exuded this power and of just amazing artist that he is. And some of the others that I'm just learning about that you expressed, you know, I mean, some of the French influences as well. You're very seasoned with regard to your passions of who's inspired you, and educated in terms of realms that are multiple genre. So that's really cool, Emily. I like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How about this? What are you working on right now? What's coming up soon? You know, you before I answer, I also wanted to say your fashion and sense has really inspired your music. And a lot of times it's the other way around. There's something really nice about the progression that you're developing in your art. But now let me hear what you're working on.
So I have been working on my album called Yours Always for the past 2 years. And I released the first single off of that album last year called Fading Memories. And this year I just released Pieces, which is the third song off of that album. And so I've been working on music videos for some of those songs. Pieces has a music video coming out. I'm so excited. And then also getting ready with the album release and simultaneously working on a new collection, which will include a lot of like leather goods and a whole new collection, capsule collection, women's wear, and a little bit of menswear in there too.
That's really cool, Emily. Now let me ask this question. In your music videos, will you feature any of your own designs as well for any of the characters in the video?
Yes, I will.
A lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah, it's great. It's part of your storytelling also includes, the design work of the fashion. So that's really going to be a great content that we're going to want to look forward to following your progress. So do you use your social media links, Emily, to keep your fans updated, and which ones do you like to use?
So I'm just trying right now. I'm starting to use TikTok, so you could definitely find me on TikTok.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm pretty active on all my social links on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook under EMILY DACCARETT. And you'll find my TikTok there too. I'll be coming out with some really fun covers in Spanish.
Nice.
I
love it. Well, then listen, that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow your progress then, Emily. I want everyone to tune into the social media channels you find below for EMILY DACCARETT, and also look for her rising on FENIX360. So I'm really happy you're going to be on the app, and I'm looking forward to you being able to connect with new fans there. And I really appreciate being with you today. Thanks, Emily.
Thank you so much, John. It's been so lovely to be here with you.
Thank you. It sure has been for me too. Thanks, Emily. You take good care.
Thank you.
How can I silence this voice when it calls me with shadows of fading memories, seducing with dreams and wild fantasies of a place that I knew long ago. How can I silence the song when it follows so closely toward me? Shades of my shadow dancing over me as I fight myself to let go. I close my eyes